Diplomatic efforts to end the war between the US, Israel and Iran are intensifying. A Pakistani delegation arrived in the Iranian capital a short while ago. Army Chief Asim Munir is leading the delegation, which is set to deliver messages from the United States. Iran's foreign ministry says that Tehran and Washington have been exchanging messages since talks in Islamabad ended on Sunday.
Regarding the talks, the exchange of messages continues. Since Sunday, when the Iranian delegation returned to Tehran, several messages have been exchanged through Pakistan. Our positions have been expressed in those exchanges.
Pakistan's Prime Minister is also trying to facilitate a second round of negotiations before a temporary ceasefire expires in a week. Shahbaz Sharif arrived in Saudi Arabia as part of a regional tour that includes stops in Qatar and Turkey. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan is pushing for an extension of that ceasefire. Erdogan says that Ankara is working to ease tension between the warring sides and to ensure that negotiations continue.
Despite all the difficulties encountered in the negotiation process between Iran and the United States, we have not lost hope. We are making the necessary suggestions and attempts to reduce tensions, extend the ceasefire and continue the negotiations. The window of opportunity opened by the ceasefire must be taken advantage of to the fullest extent.
It's Kimberly, Pakistan Foreign Ministry sources told Al Jazeera that it's again offered to host talks. Pakistan, it seems, determined to get these parties back around the table.
That's right. And we know that since the delegation of the United States and Iran left on Sunday morning, there have been messages that have been exchanged at the working group level. And so it is not surprising that we can confirm, as well as not only the foreign ministry, but the Pakistani military confirming that this delegation is now in Tehran. It is, as you point out, headed up by the military chief or field marshal and is being received by the Iranian foreign minister. Now, their messaging that they're carrying is still a bit of a mystery. All we know is that this is a message from Washington that is being delivered by Islamabad to Tehran. And the motive for all of this is, of course, to get the second round of direct talks between the United States and Iran going. Now, it's not surprising that the field marshal is leading up this delegation, given the fact that we know Donald Trump has struck a rapport with him and that they get along well. And that, we believe, is part of what has facilitated this communication back and forth. But again, the U.S. president himself had said that these talks would take place in the coming days. And I can tell you the signals on the ground certainly indicate that that's imminent. Not only is security extremely tight and getting more so by the day, but also hotels are filling up. And I can tell you, after speaking to U.S. officials here at the embassy, they also said they were preparing for some sort of event, but would not give a specified time.
Our White House correspondent Kimberly Halkett reporting live from Islamabad. Kimberly, many thanks indeed. Let's bring in Al Jazeera's Ali Hashem, who's live for us in Iran's capital, Tehran. What are Iranian officials saying, Ali, about the prospect of another round of talks?
Well, Adrian, the Iranian officials just received the Pakistani commander-in-chief, who arrived in Tehran alongside with a senior delegation. According to what's circulating, they are conveying an American message to the Iranian leadership. Now, we expect him to meet with Abbas. Already he met him at the airport. We expect him also to meet probably with Mohammad Baqir Ghalibaf if security measures allow. But the most important thing that we understood that this visit is mainly to set the timing for the next Iran-US talks that is going to happen in Islamabad. Yesterday we spoke to a senior Iranian official who said there's nothing yet set, but we know that if there's anything going to happen, then it's going to happen in Islamabad. Now we know that the Pakistanis are here to put the last touches for the next round. Also, it seems that more and more deliberation is going on between the Americans and the Iranians. There are kind of messages being exchanged between the two sides in order to get closer and closer to the framework that they can agree on. In the past few days, there were suggestions that the next meeting is going to be on the level of technicians and experts. Now things might change, and the meeting could see both the experts, technicians on one layer meeting, and on the other layer, politicians, officials, just like the last time.